how would you describe your coaching style? Has it evolved at all over the years, or are you still the same guy you've been your entire career?
Well, I think these guys that have been here saw me 18 years ago. They've evolved. Otherwise, they wouldn't be sitting there. And I think I've evolved too, or otherwise I wouldn't be sitting here. But you know, I'm demanding. I try to get the best out of the players. But you know, to me, there's a difference. You know, I had one player who was a terrific player, and you could not yell at him. You had to put your arm around him. You had to talk to him, whisper. He didn't like to be reprimanded in front of people. And so that's what I did with him, and he became a terrific player. Other players, you know, I'd get after, and, you know, probably know some of the names. One of them was here. But like I'll say it to him, Pac-Man Jones, right? He gives me the biggest hugs now when I see him. But you know, we've had our issues, you know, going back and forth, and you know, I think everybody's different. You try to hit the button, however it is to make them better.
Mike Zimmer press conference. I like what I was hearing. Yeah, I like it. Good people, it's your boy, Mr. Rome, Cowboys fan talk, right back, like I never left. What's up with y'all, man? Happy V-Day or Valentine's Day, you know what I'm saying? Not to be weird or nothing, just, you know, that's what today is. Hope y'all having a phenomenal day. That's from CFT to y'all. Let's talk Mike Zimmer real quick. Just some quick thoughts. We're going to probably elaborate on what we heard in the coming days. I'll give more clear and concise and thought out response to it, but this is just my initial thoughts after listening myself. I like Mike Zimmer. He's a very soft-spoken killer. I can tell. Listening to the press conference, if you ain't check it out, man, go to Dallas Cowboys YouTube. You can just listen to the whole breakdown. He's very assertive. He's soft-spoken. You know what I'm saying? He dropped some notes in there that was interesting. Like, he did clarify. He said, listen, man, I'm real close with Dion. I've never even been to Colorado. We talk on the phone. I was like a consultant, but I wasn't, you know, we just talk football. I never went there. I wasn't coaching the defense type situation, which was dope, just to let people know. But he was keeping his mind in football, especially involved in things. He also spoke on the Al Harris situation, which is a touchy point with Cowboys Nation. And he said, listen, I sat down with all the coaches. I talked to Mike about it, and we're on point with how we're going to move forward. But Al Harris is on board. He will be coming back to Dallas, just in case anybody thought, even though he's not going to Washington, if he was going to leave. Al Harris will be back. They want him back. And they spoke on this connection with the younger players, or with our, you know, secondary and players in general. And it's important to keep him in place. I love that. I love that Al Harris has been here through 3 DCs now. He got brought in by Mike Nolan, retained by Dan Quinn, and now retained by Mike Zimmer, which means his value to the team is important, and I can see him elevating. Like, I can see Al Harris moving up the trajectory. We need to appreciate him while we got him. Seriously. We need to appreciate him while we got him. Another thing I heard from Zim that was dope was his talking about his relationship with players, talking about the stigma of him being a jerk or, you know, like not fun to work with or hard on the players. And he clarified, he said, man, you know how many players called me to congratulate me on getting the job? I would think if I was just a jerk or, you know, asshole, like everybody's saying, that I wouldn't been getting calls. And that kind of makes sense. You know, from Darren Woodson to Marcus Spears to the people I put in my last video, a lot of people endorse Mike Zimmer. Just because he's hard on you don't mean he's not good for you or that people don't appreciate him. You know, he touched on the fact that a lot of players he knows, the young players that he's worked with, because he said he coached a youth game recently and the players was dancing and doing all this extra stuff. And he's like, yeah, their focus is a little bit different, but the pros with the immense talent that want to be better, that want to be coached, he's never had a problem with them. Yeah, I'm hard on you. Yeah, I'm going to point out what you did wrong. Yeah, I'm going to help you get better. But he said those players want to get better. They want to get better, which is important. I feel like we got players on our staff, players on our team, rather, that want to get better. You got to want it, though. You're not worrying about the process. You're not worrying about the hard coaching. You're not worrying about pointing out what you did wrong. If you just want to get better, if that's your focus. Mike Zimmer, his mind in the right place. And he talked about, this is the thing that really stuck out to me. He talked about that it's not just yelling. It's not just disrespect. It's not just hard coaching. He said, I have players that sometimes I got to know I can yell at him. I can come down on him. He said, some players you got to kind of put your arm around because they don't respond well. And to hear him say it verbally, knowing that there's a difference between, I'm just hard on everybody. It is what it is. No, I got two different speeds. I got a change-up pitch. I'm not just rah, 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 rah. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not just me barking on people all the time or telling them they're not good. I build relationships with athletes and I find the best way to coach them is what I took out of that. Like I said, you can go listen to the interview. This isn't hyperbole. I like that. That stuck out to me. That lets me know he's not going to just come in and yell at Micah or Deron Bland, and if it doesn't work, that's it. He's going to realize what buttons to push with each player so he can get them better. He said that multiple times, talking about getting the players better. That's a sticking point. Now, I know you're going to say, well, every press conference is like that. I don't care. Listen, I'm talking about what Mike Zimmer said today. I like what I was hearing. I really, really did. He also got a little bit technical, not too technical, but he started talking about jet motions and different types of, ways that people attack with motion in today's game. And the fact that that's an emphasis, that's something that he's focusing on because that's the new thing. And he's like, usually what happens is offenses will, take leaps and bounds above defenses because they got a new way to attack. Defenses will catch up. Then the offenses will evolve again. And then the defenses will catch up. And that's how this works. But just hearing them talk about the thing that we struggle with, which is motion, in like the Shanahan tree and stuff like that, saying he knows that that's a point of emphasis for offenses. And if you don't know how to stop it, you out of luck. Something else that he talked about too with Mike McCarthy that I thought was super dope. Talking about, the players and, what to do with them and, and having interesting ideas on, how to use players. And he's like, I gotta kind of see what the players are and what they're good at before I talk about the best way to use them. And I just like, he's assertive the way he talked. He's concise. He's not just giving you bull. Nah, before I start talking about, I can use this guy here and use this guy here, like what to do with Osa or anybody like that. Let me really dig in deep and see what they do best. Then we can start talking about how to use them. I'm sold. I'm really sold. This man I think he's going to be really great for our players, man. And like I said, you can go listen to the interview yourself. Don't listen to me. I know, Rome, you drinking Kool-Aid and you hype, and I don't care about none of that. Listen, this is my fourth year doing this, man. I'm used to the slander. It's all good. But I'm giving you my honest opinion. The process of how we got Mike Zimmer, you can argue about that. You can kick your feet, throw temper tantrums. It is what it is. He's here. It's like when we bring in a player and he's like, he's not good at run blocking. Find a way to use him to the best of his ability. Is Mike Zimmer the best defensive coordinator in the league? No, probably not. But he has some things that he's really great at. Let's use those to the best of our ability. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited about it, man. Like I said, I'm sure there's some takeaways I missed. Y'all let me know in the comments what I did miss or what you liked. Go listen to it yourself. Come back to the video. I appreciate all the love, man. Y'all been going crazy. The channel has been exploding, like 700 plus new subscribers in the last 3 or 4 days. I'm floored. I'm appreciative. I'm thankful. Keep running it up. Now we heading towards 25K. I think we might have hit 24. I got to check it after the video. I've really been locked in. But look, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. I'm going to do the same. We're going to get back to Mike Zimmer tomorrow. If you get a chance to check this out, show me some love in the comments. If you see this tomorrow, show me some love in the comments. It's your boy, Mr. Rome, man. I like Mike Zimmer. I do. But I'll holler.